March is Women's History Month. It's a time to highlight and recognize the contributions of women, both past and present. Des Moines Mayor Connie Boesen is now part of history as she became the first woman to hold the office in the city. So, of course, we're happy to welcome her back this month, as always. Let's talk a little bit about Women's History Month, the women who have inspired you, past and present.
Well, I think, it's quite an honor to be able to say I'm the first woman mayor, and I think I've said many times that the look in young women's faces when I say, well, I'm the first mayor, and they go, really? It's just the excitement and the possibilities that they see. And so it's been great. It took, I think, 165 years for Des Moines, but, and I would say just, you have to look to your family. My mom was, I come from I have four sisters, so very heavily influenced. I have two daughters, and so always the leadership that they showed. And then just the various role models of other politicians that have set the trail before us.
Sure.
And that really showing, I think, that anything is possible. I never set out to be the mayor of Des Moines, but I think that I saw the need, and that's how I am here today, and I'm proud to represent women and their ability to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, there always has to be a first, and then
always
you know that there will be
first.
Second and third
Right.
and more. To that end, the city of Des Moines has kind of come up with this way to recognize some women doing things in the city. It's a social media campaign.
Right, I think there's various interviews from the women that have positions in the city, and in various aspects. There's many different opportunities for women, no matter what you want to do. So I think in that campaign, they'll be running it on our show, I'm sure, our channel, and to be able to highlight what opportunities really are and get more women invested in maybe looking as careers in the city.
Okay, so important. Talking about opportunity and the sky's the limit, kind of. Getting outside and talking a little bit about parks.
Right.
So we're talking about, springtime, Parks and Rec, and this commission. What's going on here?
Well, I've been asked to sign on. I'm Mayors for Parks, and it's a great opportunity to really, at a national level, find out what we can do in a more advocacy way to get more funding through the federal government for urban parks. We have an award-winning park department, and we have great staff. They do a great job, and our goal is to have a park within 10 minutes of every resident in Des Moines. And by being in this group, hopefully we can bring more resources and ideas to Des Moines.
Do we know how close we are to that? Because, Des Moines parks are pretty
we'll have
good.
to double check, but we're pretty
Pretty
close.
close.
We're pretty close. And some, even an area like in Weeks Middle School where we knew we were short, we added the park in the school grounds, walking trail, playground. And so using some of the space that the schools have in every neighborhood gives us that ability to add more parks.
It's so important to get outside.
Right, it's such a beautiful day. And if we want to really be a livable, equitable, sustainable community, parks are a great way to do that.
So while people are out and about walking downtown, they might notice some construction pretty soon at a building that's been sitting pretty vacant.
Right, it's amazing that it's on the historical registry, I guess. It was one of the first high rises in downtown Des Moines in many, many years. And it's a financial center that the La Marca's development there. They came to us to see if they could change the use. Originally, they were planning on office with hotel, and now they're going to turn it into 198 residential units, whether it be studios or 1 and 2 bedrooms, with amenities like pools, workout room, things like that. So, and retail down on the first floor, which I think will be great for adding more vibrancy to our downtown area and opportunities for people to live downtown.
So they had to just have the city sign off on it, but
Right.
was that any plan is better than having a
empty
building, right?
And I think it's showing the issue coming forward on how you can repurpose buildings. And I know that we have another building we're on too that's talking about doing more housing. And so when you say, how do cities evolve and how do you make use of these really great structures, this is a great opportunity for the city.
So let's talk about what the city is doing as far as public safety initiatives, because that's something that you're getting ready to tackle as well.
Right. Well, we had a graduating class of 21 new officers, so they will be getting out into the streets soon. And then we also have teamed with Polk County, Broadlawns Medical Center, and St. Vincent de Paul on a behavioral health center, which will be what we had considered like a sobering center, where people can go for detox and then get the help that they need instead of maybe taking them to jail, which was the only other option at this time. to get them the help that they need and help them find resources if they need additional treatment or if they need other things to make their lives better. So looking forward, that opens up in August. So I think it'll be a great collaboration and again, a great way to address people's needs in a more open way that really trying to help people,
Sure,
not incarcerate people.
Okay, well, in August, we'll have to revisit that issue
yes.
as well. Mayor Boesen, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon.
Well, thank you for having me again.